Good evening, Anomi County. Welcome to Channel 95 WTER News. Today, we are happy to announce that starting from next week, we'll be introducing a new introduction, intro to the program. Also note that we're contemplating if should change the name. We would like your opinion here. Please send it through this email. Thank you. Now, let's start off with our first part, which is a news summary. Well, that is it for our news summary. Now we're gonna go into one of our new parts of this broadcast, which is Crime Watch. We will list down crimes. Actually, we'll just take note of the crimes that have been committed today, or at least in a couple of weeks, and we'll list them down. We'll also take down notable things and list down crime rates. Now let's get onto the Crime Watch part. It's official. Martial law has just been declared due to the recent violence of riots and crime that has occurred in the recent area of Wter. The emergency alert system has been activated to level 1. That's serious. So, we've also seen a very, very large increase of crime in the past week. We also need help with you being aware with the following person. He will now be shown on the photo above. This person has shown that he is dangerous. He attacked our station a couple days back and also attempted to lie to the police about his crimes, which he committed but never admitted to. He puts the blame on others. Police are also looking for the following individuals, which will be shown in this picture. We captured them stashing their equipment in a gas station near our news station. This is a problem because as you could see in that photo, it seems like there's more than 10-20 pounds of explosives and weapon equipment in that stash. So that will be a problem to us. It will be a problem to us as they could bomb our way using the stash at any time. Also, sourcing this from our way journalism, it seems to us that more than 100 people have been confirmed killed because of this riot. We urge you to stay at home and move out of our way to other towns because this is getting out of control, out of police hands, because it seems to us that the police isn't even doing anything to rectify or solve these problems. Due to this, the civilians are taking up arms to try and solve this problem, but of course, as you've known, a lot of people have died due to trying to help out to solve this problem. We at WTR think this really reflects the attack of Hue City during the Tet Offensive in 1968, where it was the fiercest urban battle in most of the history. Very fierce. Or also even the Berlin battle in 1945, which reflects this riot as well. The urban battles are getting worse and worse every day. We hope you stay safe. We'll continue normal programming. With the riots seeing no end, one may wonder, when will this stop? An opinion poll posted by Our Journalism and the... hold on, let me see, who is it? Okay. And Nevada United has seen that many people are in favor of the rioters, and many people are thinking that the riots will last more than 3 days. This is starting to see the case as more and more violence occurs in Norway. We're covering that and more on WTER. We'll get back to you later after the ad break.
One of the ways Wter makes your move easier is by renting trucks with automatic transmission. Because moving doesn't have to be an uphill battle. Wter, we're there when you need us.
Starts behind the eyes, goes behind the head.
I guess they're stress headaches. I get them right here.
My head is just getting tighter.
You're clenching your teeth.
My daughter does help contribute to my headache.
For fast relief of tough headache pain, now there's extra strength Tylenol gel tabs. All the power of extra strength Tylenol combined with innovative Gelco technology. Nothing works faster.
It goes away really, really quick.
I feel clear-headed again.
Work fast for me.
Tylenol gel tabs, the newest form of powerful pain relief.
Dear Dad, I know you didn't want me to put off college for the Army, but Dad, I'm learning things here that are really going to help me succeed, no matter what I do.
Qualify for the GI Bill and the Army College Fund and earn $17,000 for college for only a 2-year enlistment, or $25,200 for a 4-year enlistment.
Dad, now I'll get the most out of college and the best from myself.
Be all that you can be. Get an edge on life in the Army.
Welcome back, Anomi County. Today, we're gonna have a very special interview with one of our very own, American patriots and defenders of our country, Department of Justice Representative Sullivan. Now, let's start with our first question. First question we asked today is, are these claims of corruption and badness true in the Illinois County Sheriff's Office? Now, let's over to him. That's interesting, but what about the corruption in the ACSO, itself? Alright, that's interesting to hear. Well, on to our next question. Are you doing anything to rectify it? Rectify is to solve the problem so far. Have you been doing anything? Well, okay. That's good to hear. Well, what about the corruption in the government itself? Have you been doing anything to try and stop it, or try to reduce the corruption inside the government? Because I've heard from the rioters that they think the government is corrupt and stupid or whatever. So I would like your comment on that. Okay, very good to hear from you, especially from the Department of Justice representative. Alright, let's move on to another question. Alright, so really, has the Department of Justice been doing anything to really investigate further into the government to make sure there's no corruption inside the government, like those audits that you've been doing? Because after listening about the sheriff having been corrupt, what about the other ACSO, the other government bodies? Are they corrupt as well? Have you been investigating into them? Mm-hmm. Okay. Good to hear from you. Any comments on the riots and unrest happening in our beloved county? Okay. Now, do you think the government is maybe too soft or using too much force on the rioters? Alright. Well, I have another question for you then. Are the people that have been arrested being treated right, given their basic services and everything else? So, have you had any incident? Alright then, that was one of our final questions for today. We'll head back to the camera. So that concludes our interview with the Department of Justice representative, Mr. Sullivan. We'll have an ad break and we'll cover outside news because yeah, we haven't covered it for quite a bit now. So yeah, we'll head on to outside news and we'll cover more economic news if there's any. Let's get to the ad break.
How can we McSatisfy you?
Well, I really love McDonald's cheeseburgers.
Well, how about a double cheeseburger?
Ooh, can we add some greens and some reds?
Fresh lettuce and tomatoes? You got it. It's called the Daily Double.
Must be double the price.
Nope, just 99 cents.
Are you kidding?
Just 99 cents.
You know I really love fries, too.
Okay, and a Coke for just $2.99.
Now that's a work of art.
The 99-cent Daily Double. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
With everything settled back to normal and new props as well, as you can see here, and our guest who has left the recording studio, now let's get on to the worldwide news. First of all, the United Nations has cancelled its delivery for aid to eastern Bosnia. Now this is concerning because of the people who have been trapped and affected by the recent wars in Bosnia. So it is a problem for the civilians there. Fighting is still ongoing in Bosnia, although there are also peace talks that are also currently going on around the Balkans area. Well, on our next report, Saddam Hussein, the leader of Iraq, claims that quote-unquote he will choose the right time to respond to the US-led no-fly zone on the southern part of Iraq, which contains of Shiites Muslims who are being targeted by Saddam Hussein. He says, quote, has vowed that Iraq would choose the right moment to defeat what he called a plot to quote-unquote carve up, quote-unquote, his country for its oil wealth. But he avoided a commitment to military action and offered little more than previous official Iraqi reactions to the latest confrontation with the US and its allies, which have been confined to fiery promises to crush the plot. In his first reaction to the no-fly zone, he said on Sunday that Iraqi leaders were preparing to defeat this plan to every means and at the right time. End quote. On our next report, we have Margaret Thatcher, the former Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, said in a speech that industrial revolution in China will lead to democracy and fuel prosperity throughout Asia. She said that senior leader Deng Xiaoping, 88, was pushing free market economic reforms so rapidly that the next generation of Chinese leaders will be unable to return to communism even if they wish to do so. This comes as the fact that China was on the verge of a great industrial revolution, which is very close from what she has mentioned and what we have seen at WTER as well. This just in, more crime again in our way. Another gun battle occurred. I'm not too sure what happened, but from these pictures that you will be shown above, a gun battle. It's like a battle every few minutes. I mean every few seconds or minutes. So it's kind of funny to me that crime can, oh my, it's official then. Alway has become one of the worst places to live in Army County and Oakby County. The crime rate is skyrocketing up to like, even it can't beat the Italian gangsters in the 1930s and 20s at this point. And literally 5 minutes later, an explosion happened and gunshots were heard near the gas station. Isn't that amazing? As I said, crime every 5 minutes. They have to fix this as soon as possible. Now, we're running out of time, so we'll end this broadcast today, and note that next week we will not have a news report due to me actually having to go for holiday and rest. However, I will try and prepare something by Monday. Actually, I'll just try and prepare something so that I can see if I can post it next week. It'll depend, to be honest. Well, that's it for today's broadcast, and we'll end it with goodbye at our next screen. Well, that's it for our today's broadcast. So, oh my goodness. Okay, we are having more. As I said before, we'll have another broadcast delayed. The next broadcast will probably be the week after, to be honest. Oh, another problem. More news again. Emergency report from our newsroom. Yeah, we have a problem. First of all, multiple explosions occurred in Arway, and furthermore, guess what happened? Rioters destroyed our vehicle. Now this is going to gain a bad rep for the rioters, as the press is supposed to not be harmed and stay neutral in this area. However, since they have attacked one of our stuff, that means they will gain bad rep and more civilians will be against the rioters soon. So I do not know why they would cause terrorism. You know, there's no reason for them to cause terrorism to members of the press, isn't it? Continuing on with what I've said before, yeah, the criminals have been doing a very, very problematic job. They've been attacking and blowing up things to distract players so that they can steal vehicles and blow them up. Now the question is, how is this related to solving the ACSO's problems of the crimes? We're directing this question to the rioters. well, I think that finally concludes our headlines for today. I'm really exhausted as of right now, and as you can see, there's an X next to the NASCAR commentary. That means it has been cancelled, as the person who is hosting it is not responding to us. And as I said before, we'll cover the other stuff later on. So yeah, that's all we have to say for today. We wish you a good day. Actually, one more thing to note, we are having a new intro next report, and our next report will come in the week after, but it depends if I'm able to finish the next report anyway, like by this week, and then it will come out this week. Well, good day and good night. This is directed for the Chinese viewers. 希望你们好好的睡觉。晚安。